with the Arizona Cardinals. Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, Week 1. Taken in the end zone. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
The ball carrier. He was brought down by Patrick Peterson.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Completes it to Samuel. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Garoppolo able to find Samuel there for a Niners first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Check 50. Check 50. Tight dog. Tight dog. Tight dog. 2.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Isaiah Simmons. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
They'll take over first.
That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
That play unable to get started thanks to the defense of Quan Alexander. Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. From the gun, Murray. This one caught by Isabella. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
To Andy Isabella.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards the pickup. Good enough for an Arizona first.
Cardinals.
On first down, Drake. Now Drake loses the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. Throwing again. Murray. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarkowski Tart. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. 1st and goal from the 6.
They'll take over 1st down and goal.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers.
Touchdown.
It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Niners have taken the early lead.
So much of and George Kittle, the NFL's all-pro tight end in 2019. If you want to start a debate, ask the question, is he the best tight end in the game? Or is it Kansas City's Travis Kelce? Maybe they're 1A and 1B. In any event, Kittle had 107 catches last season, his 2nd straight 1,000-yard season, and he's a threat anywhere on the field, especially as you get closer to the goal line.
Fielded in the end zone. And this will be a touchback. No return from Isabella.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do not.
Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown.
49ers.
So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 16-yard line.
Mostert. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but don't let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll air this one out for Kirk. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
To throw again, Murray. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Jordan Hicks, 3rd in the NFL in tackles a year ago, there to make the play. On 2nd down, it's Coleman, and he's going to be stopped up just short of the 1st down at the Cardinals' 23. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Well, they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. Picked off by Byron Murphy.
By the Cardinals.
So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
From the 16, Murray. And down he'll go at the 25.
Murray's pass.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards.
Murray going to run play action with Drake and look to throw it. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun now from Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Right back to him for 10 more and a 1st.
Cardinals.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Running from the shotgun with Drake. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
6-yard line. It's a pickup of 3.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
And there's Kyler Murray being sacked, and in his first year in the league, surprising to a lot of people, he was the most sacked quarterback, went down 48 times. And when you think about the mobility that he possesses, that really does surprise people because they think they can get out of everything. But so often, those young guys who can move around a lot, they keep plays alive so long that sometimes they actually get trapped. Defenses are going to test him and continue to test him. I think he's got something for them as he continues to move forward.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd and a couple, Garoppolo. And it'll be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
By the Cardinals. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. And Nick Bosa so quick on the outside, he gets in there to bring him down. And we're going to get a timeout. With 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. A final shot before half from Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will be a touchback, no return from Isabella. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run. So I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Dancing to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Steps away to his left. Oh, now Murray has it stripped. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Loss of a yard.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the 2nd half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. This one complete to Coleman. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
38-yard attempt.
I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. He'll set up to throw. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Murray a give. This is Drake. Room here to run. And finally they get him to the ground, but it's all the way down at the Niners 30.
Fred Warner.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
First down.
To throw, it's Murray. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Dan Arnold. That'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Throwing again, Murray. And his throw is incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target. That takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Touchdown.
Andy Isabella, 30 yards. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. And he knocks it through.
Makes the score Niners 19.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 14-yard line, 2nd and 11. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. He'll get this complete to Charlie Warner. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Through the contact, brings up 2nd down.
George Kittle, incomplete. He was defended by Patrick Peterson.
2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
This is Mostert. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Jalen Thompson picks it.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
After the turnover, here's Murray. This is caught by Williams. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Complete to
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run with Drake. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. operating from the gun. Murray. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Taking a shot for Samuel. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 68 yards. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp. And
I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. Fielded in the end zone. And this will be a touchback. No return from Isabella.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the San Fran 20. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 58 yards. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Richard Sherman.
Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10.
Brings up 2nd.
It's complete to Hopkins. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Number 10, DeAndre
From
Hopkins.
10 yards out. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. On first down, they go with Mostert again. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
The ball carrier.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as he'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Garoppolo looks to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on fourth down with a penalty. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Touchdown. Kendrick Bourne there to make the grab. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Another attempt now from 5 yards further back. And he missed it again. The 4th time now in this game alone, and that has to be great cause for concern over on that sideline.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Andy Isabella on the return. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here." Some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown! Andy Isabella, 78 yards. And the Cardinals cut into that lead.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they have the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late. But they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Garoppolo on the keeper. A loss of a yard. brings up 2nd and 11 at their 49-yard line.
58, come on. Hey, hot.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in week 1.
A loss of a yard.
I do get a kick out of seeing a team kneel down at the end of the game in victory formation and wrap one up, because most of the time a kneel down is not a good thing in football. In this case, it's the best thing for the team that's winning.
Best thing week 1. They're going down to that knee.
So the victory here for San Francisco.